Advisement. There is no shawl at the end of this apprenticeship, and no shawl in this video. The Sheep to Shawl Apprenticeship, doing right by your sheep, improving fiber processing skills, and taking the next step as a novice weaver. The COVID pandemic introduced an unexpected time and space to be more isolated than usual, living on a mountainside in rural West Virginia. Like many across the nation, there was uncertainty, rethinking of priorities, and figuring out how to earn an income, stay safe, and be responsible. Being isolated in this new way, we called social distancing and sheltering in place. Staying at home for this apprenticeship meant reaching out to others in new ways on the internet, placing a breathless phone call on the mountain, in the muck, being coached by her mentor about how to save an animal's life, struggling alone at the loom with a process that was meant to have been done under the keen eye of fellow weavers, instead doing and undoing and redoing. But like countless other folklife craftsmen and women, what came next was the struggle not just to survive, but to thrive, to overcome insecurities, meet the challenges at hand, and to produce beautiful and necessary work. The Sheep to Shawl Folklife Apprenticeship. A year-round intensive, lambing, tending, shearing, processing. Not steps, but a cycle. On West Virginia's rolling hills and forest, winter's late departure will soon enough give way.
Mish, Mish, come out and say.
And now, with the arrival of spring, among the many realities this apprentice will learn is that we just can't keep them all the lambs, that is. Watch for the things we can learn from a mother ewe. The unbearable cuteness of lambs.
What are you doing, my little guy? How are you doing, all my little guys? It's a nice, brisk breeze we have going on, isn't it? Yeah.
As you grain your sheep, and while you weep, we are your sisters. We stand strong upon your craggy hillside farm. Caress you while you sleep, we are your sisters. Never wonder where we are not far. We've come to share your work, nestle seedlings in the dirt, 'cause we're your sisters. We've come to
From
feed
black to
your
ducks,
ducks, climbing
lambs
up
growing up
through the
and
muck.
eating all
We
kinds of
are
things.
your sisters.
Everybody.
And when your sheepdog calls in the middle of the night,
Greenbriers, yummy.
newborning lamb can't breathe, mother groans and heaves.
Under the great
We
old
take
apple tree,
hold
a
of
variable
her
forage,
haunches while
more
you
mouths to feed,
pull.
more food, more
On a
water,
sunny
and
autumn
more planning
day,
on where to move their pasture
our
next.
hair is sprigged with hay. We are lying in the meadow, on sheep bellies rest our head. Oh, we're your sisters. playing on, oh, singing on, and laughing on. We are your sisters. As you grain your sheep, and while you weep, we are your
The farmer
sisters.
knows no matter what you do to try to help,
We stand
sometimes
strong upon
a sheep
your
is just bound to
craggy
die.
hillside farm. Caress you while you sleep. We are your
Look for the signs.
sisters. We're here, your sisters.
The lessons we learn from our animals sometimes come at their expense.
Compass Birds by Daniel Summers. What is the cost of West Virginia starlight? A short lament of oakwood memories, sisters huddled like Appalachian mystics, reading their future in ashwood skies. My sisters are the answer to where birds go at night, to sing, to hunt, to call, as sentinels from midnight totems, branches stretched toward star charts. If you know a woman who can guide like that, from childhood to transitions, then call her sister, like songlarks call in the hollers, by the farm hills and lovely preserved orchards. When tomorrow comes, we will be weathered and lovely, sisters and mighty, cloaked as midnight stars of country groves, wrestling with sing-song, I love you and each of you.
My mentor says, when you lose the feeling, if the sheep become a material thing, then your heart is not connected, and your animals will suffer. We can't keep them all. That's why I sit with this one. Oh my, that's why I sit with this one.
Sillies. Yes, you are. Even though running around is Cherry, because, well, she's just kind of chill. Cherry's chill. Cherry, you and I are going to get clocked if we don't get out of the way. Hey, man.
Do not take for granted a beautiful fleece. New skills in shearing, thanks to my mentor's unique method. She trusted me to shear her sheep, and now I trust myself to shear mine. The art of shearing is truly a trade to refine. An appreciation for the water flowing from this green mountain. What one craftsman, farmer, fibers artist will do may not be the right thing for another. Washing fleece, memories from my youth, washing wool together. My daily life is inhabited by sheep. My heart wonders, what would Mom do? A creative exercise. Weaving in the woods. Natural dyeing. To dye wool with onion skins and such. Creating color, changing color, adding color. Frustrating, intriguing, dynamic. Experimenting within parameters. So confusing, exciting, delicious, addictive, lovely, so lovely. Color. What does the fiber really want? Sometimes less is more. No color added can be the most beautiful of all. And then there's more steps, more wool, more. Spinning yarn on Mom's old peel. I reflect. I can see now her imprint in mine. Finally, experimenting with this wool grown on the backs of animals across this mountain. My mentor, many mentors, inspire me. No, they challenge me. Be my own creative expert. Dive in. It's a spinner's coming of age. This is how fabric is made. It was made and still is made. With my mentor in my ear, yet missing this year those seasoned weavers at their looms in the studio, rhythmic squeaks and creaks and chatter. Doing and undoing. This is my time alone in the studio, looking for clues, thinking about how Mom would have solved a problem at the loom. I am impatient. I attempt to tap into the collective resilience of those who came before. I met someone on a Facebook group recently. Jennifer. She had shared a natural dyeing chart her mother made in the 1970s. We wrote to each other and realized we're in similar situations. Her mom had passed away, and she inherited all of her mom's things. Spinning wheel, loom, yarn, you name it. Our friend, our mother, our grandmother, our neighbor, when they leave us, they leave the tools of their creative pursuits. I think the best way to become a fiber artist is to inherit a crazy passion from someone we love. If we accept their challenge, we then pick up the pieces and continue the flow of the tradition from her hand through ours. This project on my tabletop loom is called simply Two Weavers Red and Green Project. You see, I'm a beginning weaver here, finishing the work of another weaver who I will never meet. I'm humbled by the experience of learning a bit of the rhythms and techniques commenced by this unknown artist's work. I realize that finishing the project of another is an act that honors their passions, their handiwork, and them, and that I play my part in passing the torch of a long-lasting cultural tradition that predates me, our inheritance and their legacy. Working mantras of the Sheep to Shawl apprentice. We learn our craft together, and we learn our craft alone, face to face with the thing fueling us in the moment. The novice summons the calm and confidence she saw in her mentor. Every decision she makes was made with their hand on her shoulder. Time and experience helped cultivate a keen eye and amass knowledge. Because of this year-long inauguration, like the seasoned shepherd and the master weaver alike, who both rose from somewhere, the apprentice has begun to develop a keen eye and useful sensitivity to her craft. Time for rumination. The apprentice begins to find her own calm that comes from having seen enough and fixed enough. And now, a lifetime to refine the humility, creativity, resilience, perseverance. This Folklife Apprenticeship doesn't end. There are only cycles of time, something to behold, someone to admire every step of the way. There is no shawl yet, but this is sheep to shawl. This is a way of life.